So now let's talk about customizing the user interface. Now, if you want to customize any element of your user interface, all you need to do is just click this arrow, which is right next to this gear icon, and select customize. Now here you can customize many things in the user interface, and this window is divided into logical tabs. For example, if you want to customize toolbars, it's this tab. For the shortcuts, it's this, commands, it's this, and so on. Now I'll go to the first tab, which is toolbar. And in this toolbar, we have several of these toolbars, but none of these toolbars are selected. Actually, we do have a few, like we have view, task pane, and we have the motion manager. So these are the ones which are selected. Now if you select any toolbar, it will show up right here in the user interface. For example, if I check the blocks, it will show you the blocks toolbar. In your case, it may appear somewhere here on the left or maybe to the right, but you will get this toolbar. If you select assembly, you'll get an assembly toolbar. So you can activate or deactivate toolbars just like this. Now, this quick access toolbar is actually visible here in the file area in the menu bar. But if you don't want it, if you want it here in the command manager, just click this option. It will just move to command manager. But once again, if you want to move it here, click show in menu bar. Now about the icon size, kind of a significant thing here. So if you are not comfortable with small icons, you can change to larger icon sizes, kind of like this. Also the largest size. Obviously this isn't the one which I'll keep here, so I'll just change it to the smallest icon size. Now the next one is shortcut bar, and these are the shortcut bars that will show up when you type S in any environment. So when in the part environment, if you type S, it will show you this shortcut bar with all of these tools. If you want to add any tool in this bar, all you need to do is select the category of that tool. For example, if you want a tool related to blocks, select that. Now all the blocks tool will show up here. Then to add a tool, just drag it and drop it here. And now that tool is added. So now you can select the tool from your toolbar, from the shortcut toolbar. Now to remove a tool, all you need to do is select and drag and drop it outside, and it will be removed. Now in a similar way, you can modify the toolbar of sketch environment. So select a sketch, and the toolbar for a sketch environment will show up. Here we have all the toolbars related to that. If you go to this, that's assembly, and this one is for drawing. So we have toolbars of all of these, and you can customize it exactly using the same steps which I showed you earlier. So I'll just keep this part selected, and then I'll go to commands. Now here we have all the commands of SolidWorks, and you can use it to add command anywhere in your user interface. For example, we are in this sketch tab, but if you want to just switch to features, you can even switch to features with this thing active. So you can switch to any of these. I'll just go to feature, and in this feature I want to add a new command right here. So for that, you need to select the category of the command. For that, I'll just maybe scroll down. I'll go to surfaces, and we have all the surface related commands here. Now let's select this one, the lofted surface tool, and I'll drag it and drop it here. So this is the one we want. We want lofted surface command on the features. It's now available. You can also drag and drop it somewhere else, like this heads up toolbar area. Now how do we remove that? Simply select and drag it out. Select and drag it out, and it's removed. Now the menus, once again, if you want to customize the menu, and it's these menus, if you want to, well, you can do that here. Then we have the keyboard shortcut, kind of an interesting thing here. So all of these are the shortcuts associated with these commands, and you can clearly see that we have the browse recent document associated with R short key, and there are several other short keys associated here, but not every command has its shortcut. So if you want to assign a shortcut to any of the commands that you very frequently use, for example, maybe for a sketch, if you want to specify a shortcut, click here and then type that shortcut. Now the shortcut should be unique, because if it is not unique, for example, let me type S here. And here it is. S is already assigned. So it will show you this prompt. Do you want to override that? If you do, it will assign sketch that short key, but the original one will be removed. So I don't want that. And instead I'll type Y. Well, this is also assigned. How about Q? Now that's a unique one. So we have assigned that. Now you can also assign a combination of multiple keys. For example, Control Q, and for that simply press and hold Control and then Q key, and it will assign that. Obviously it has assigned Q, Control Q, which is not kind of a command that you would want to use, and also Control Q is assigned to something else, so we don't want that. I'll just cancel it out, delete everything, and then I'll assign maybe Shift Q, and yes, that's empty, so it will assign that key. In this case, I'm not going to make any customization, so I'll just delete this. Now the mouse gestures. Now this mouse gesture will show up when you press and hold your right click and drag your mouse slightly. Now there are 4 gestures here, one for part, one for sketch, one for drawing, and one for assembly environment. And for every environment, your mouse gesture will be different. Now for the part and assembly, we have almost similar kind of mouse gesture, so it will just change your view. But if you want a different command assigned to any other direction, all you need to do is just to scroll through this list. And also if the list is really long, you want to select a specific category, want to shorten it up, then go to category, select the tool, and that's actually the category here. So maybe I'll just select view, and now all the view tools will show up here. So select the one which you want to, well, add here. For example, maybe blocks. I'll select this, I'll drag it and drop it here, and that will just add it. The block is now assigned to this. So if I right click, hold my cursor and move up, it will select the block tool. I'll just restore the defaults. I don't want it customized, so I'll click this restore to defaults. It's back to normal, and that's all the customization. The last one is all about resetting your customizations. So we just don't want to, because, well, we have not made any change, any significant change here. So with these settings, I'll click OK, and here we are. That's how you can modify the user interface elements.